What's going on, YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. When most relationships start out, it's all love and Hallmark cards. Things are just so fresh at that stage. You and your significant other are glued by the hip. As time goes on, slowly but surely, that sweet version of each other falls back and the real person comes out. You might still be very much in love, but you start to peep flaws in the person you chose to be with. It could be good flaws, like they are too clingy, don't want to do anything without you, or bad flaws, like being jealous and overly possessive. The messed up thing about that though, we usually don't find out certain things about our partner until we are already in way too deep. But if you listen and watch, I'm sure you can see red flags and signs. When you lay down and choose to be intimate with some individuals, in their mind, we are locked in forever. You are mine. And if babies come out the relationship, now you might really find out who you are dealing with. The possessiveness turns to control and obsession. And sometimes, now that the mask has come off and you see who you are really with, some people choose to make a decision and say, I think we are better off separate or just co-parenting. That sounds simple enough. The relationship is done and it's all about the kids now. But we all know 9 times out of 10, it doesn't happen like that. And it's not that easy. Some people just don't want to see you happy and moving on without them. It's not an option. They feel like it's no letting go. They want full control of your life. And if not, some choose to just take it. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Newark, New Jersey to discuss the case of a man who lost it and took out his ex-girlfriend, baby mother, and her boyfriend in a cold and evil way. Back in 2016, 27-year-old Jeffrey Holland was navigating life in Jersey. He was living with his father and brother at the time, but that wasn't always the case. Jeffrey started out wanting to be a family man. He had previously came out of a serious relationship with his ex and the mother of his 2 kids, 23-year-old Ashley Jones. The couple had lived together, shared a 1-year-old daughter and 4-year-old son. But some say Jeffrey got controlling and even started putting hands on Ashley. So she planned her escape with the kids. She eventually got approved for housing, and her and the kids left Jeffrey for a fresh start. Leaving the young man, contacted mutual friends through social media and finding out where Ashley's new place was at. But his investigation soon turned to frustration as he realized she didn't just move out, but moved on with a 28-year-old man named Jarrell Marshall, who also had a 3-year-old daughter. Jeffrey would contact her, making threats, even one day broke into the house while she was alone and put hands on Ashley bad, to the point she was terrified and filed a restraining order on her baby father. That didn't stop Jeffrey though from contacting her, saying, I'm gonna take your life. He told her, I could have already did it 3 times. You think you safe? You lucky the last time I forgot my gun. Next time, I will kick in the door and finish you. He even contacted her family and friends, sending them intimate videos of the 2, calling her dirty and nasty, and saying the kids will be better off without her in their life. He stated Jarrell was going to catch it too, saying she's scared of me and watch my work. I'm senseless. But the new couple, Ashley and Jarrell, ignored all the threats. And for a minute, it almost looked like Jeffrey was moving on when he started dating a young woman, 21-year-old Tanika Rouse. The young mother had a 5-month-old son and also her own apartment. Jeffrey would often go by, spend the night, and it seemed he was moving on. On January 29th, 2016, Jeffrey woke up, texted his new girlfriend, and asked could he come by later. Around about 12:30 a.m., now the next day, a neighbor in Tanika's building noticed water coming out her apartment and the door wide open. They walked in, slowly walking around, and found the woman laying in the bathtub. She was unconscious. They quickly called police. When police arrived to the scene, the young mother was unfortunately already gone. and her 5-month-old was found in the closet, laying under piles of clothes, fortunately unharmed. The cause of Tanika's passing was asphyxiation, and it seemed somebody had cleaned up the apartment in their tracks. The building had heavy security cameras everywhere, so detectives used these to find a lead. It showed the man with a North Face jacket on, cargo pants, long dreads, and a ski mask. He entered the building earlier that evening on the 29th. He then left hours later carrying a suitcase, then returned after police determined she was already gone, and stayed for 7 more hours before leaving again. While their investigation was going on January 31st, police received another call from Ashley's neighbor. They said they heard her screaming, and police responded to the apartment to find Ashley suffering from 2 gunshot wounds to the head, holding a baby who was unharmed. Jarrell laying beside her also shot multiple times, and unfortunately, both were pronounced gone on the scene. His daughter was also there, and Jeffrey's and Ashley's kids as well. All the kids were safe. The neighbor told police they heard screaming, shots go off, and the child calling out, "Mommy, mommy." Police noticed the door was kicked off the hinges, and it seemed the couple were ambushed while in bed. As Ashley's family got the news, they quickly told police to go check into Jeffrey, stated they knew for sure it was him. Police got surveillance video from Ashley's building as well, and noticed something interesting. At first, they viewed Tanika's, Ashley's, and Jarrell's passing as separate unrelated incidents until they saw the person in both security videos had on the exact same clothing. They went to pick up Jeffrey for questioning. On February 1st, around 4 a.m., he waived his right to remain silent and talk to detectives. Police laid the bait. Already knowing the answers, they asked him about the video footage from Tanika's house and stated he fit the description of a suspect. They even found matching clothes in his father's house, and her phone's last location was by his address in East Orange, New Jersey. What Jeffrey admitted to next was shocking. Saying no way out, he admitted, "Yeah, that's me on video, but that's not my girl no more. We broke up. We just kept remaining intimate." He claimed he also was smashing her roommate and cousin. He stated Tanika was kinky, into hardcore stuff, so he went over to get it in. Asked her did she want him to find something to choke her with. He claimed she stated yes, but in the act, he soon realized something wasn't right and she wasn't moving. In a panic, he put her in a bathtub, ran some water, put the baby in the closet, and covered him up. He didn't call police, but left the door open so that it could flood the building and the neighbors find the baby. He stated he took all the intimate toys they used, put them in a suitcase, wiped down the house so his fingerprints wouldn't be left, but came back later to see if she or the baby had been found. This time, he stayed for 7 more hours, cleaning, and still left without calling police. Police sat and listened and acted like they bought his story, agreeing like, yeah, okay, it was an accident. And now his phone messages came back as they had searched it. They asked about Ashley. He denied doing anything to his baby mother, but ironically, police found the message from him to her months prior, saying next time I'ma kick in the door while you all sleep and shoot both of y'all. In the exact same fashion the couple were found in. Knowing it was over for him, while waiting in the interrogation room, Jeffrey sent his father an email saying, "I love you, but it's over. I'm going to jail." He was taken into custody, charged with 3 counts of murder, breaking and entering, 4 counts of endangerment, handgun violations, and multiple other charges. As he went in front of a judge who gave him a $2.5 million bond, of course, he would have to sit until his trial date. Once trial started, multiple people testified. Tanika's family, Ashley's family, stating Jeffrey was a possessive, obsessed, control freak. And when he couldn't control the woman he laid down with, or if they wanted to move on, he would react in violence. But the evidence, it was hard for his lawyer to argue or do anything. And the fact he left kids at multiple crime scenes, including 2 of his own, and shot while his baby mother held one of them, made it even worse. In the end, Jeffrey was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to 190 years in prison, 60 years for each person, and is not eligible for parole until 150 years, meaning he will probably never make it out of prison. Rest in peace to Tanika, Ashley, and Jarrell. I send my prayers and condolences to their kids and families. Jeffrey was a cold dude. To take your ex-girlfriend's life because she peeped, you was throwed off, and call it quits. And I guess after that, he said I might as well go through with the threats I made on my BM, and did that in front of your kids. Left them calling out for their mother. Bro really was heartless. I never wished jail on nobody, but in this case, doing something like this, bro is right where he need to be at. I couldn't fathom doing something like this around my kids and just leaving them there. You know what kind of trauma he probably caused to them, all because their mother moved on. Some people can't stand to feel rejected. No matter what they did, they get left in the first place. They flip the situation to be in their favor and make it seem like you did them wrong. Now, bro left his kids without their parents, Jarrell's daughter without her father, and Tanika's son without their mother, all because his feelings was hurt. But I'm gonna leave this one open. Have you yourself ever dealt with a partner like this that just couldn't let go, made threats, and just didn't want to see you happy? Or even worse, do you have kids by somebody like this? If so, how do you deal with it? Or how did it play out? Let me know in the comments. And remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, this was a crazy story. Yo was throwed all the way off. I don't know what was up with Shorty. But yeah, rest in peace, them 3 people. I definitely send my prayers and condolences to their family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. That's another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.